Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw The Shallows. Now, this has to be the best shark movie since Jaws. I mean, there's been other really good shark movies, but they're not like as memorable as Jaws was. This movie had a lot of intense scenes, but the last couple of shark movies we got, I'm not counting Sharknado or the other Sharktopus, Shark, whatever the fuck they call it on Sci-Fi Channel. Those are meant to be shit, and I fucking love them for it. But I am talking about movies like Shark Night and Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea, I actually thought was really enjoyable. Is it a smart shark movie like Jaws? No. Is it fun? Yes. Same with Shark Night. Shark Night is probably the worst out of the three I just named, out of Jaws, Jaws and Deep Blue Sea, and Shark Night. But I still enjoyed the movie. The sharks look somewhat realistic, and that's all I can ask for. And the attacks were okay. The characters were a bit one dimensional, but whatever. You got the black guy, you got the hot chick, you got three hot chicks. You basically got an interracial relationship in that movie. But like I said, still somewhat enjoyable in some aspects. And it's also from the director of some of the Final Destination movies, so that's a plus. And Deep Blue Sea has Samuel L. Jackson, has Little Cool J. It has the guy that played the Punisher. I think that was him. Was it him? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy that played the Punisher. And it's from the director of Cliffhanger and Die Hard 2. And Die Hard 2 sucked. So yeah, I'm just gonna remember him as for Cliffhanger, because Cliffhanger and Deep Blue Sea are the only movies that I like of his. Anyway, let's get back to The Shallows. The Shallows is pretty much Blake Lively. She's basically going on a vacation, and she goes swimming on to a little further than she's supposed to. This is starting to come off as the opening scene, the Jaws. This is pretty much the opening scene, the Jaws, but stretched out to 96 minutes. No, 85 minutes long. 85 minutes long. We're going to say that. So, yeah, it's basically the premise of, this is basically the opening scene of Jaws, except stretched out. And Blake Lively doesn't die. But she does get attacked by a shark, and she's stuck on this rock with this bird she named Steven Seagal. Ha ha. But yeah. And she's basically like trying to remember the shark's movement, how long it takes him to get from point A to point B. Yeah. And she's not sure if she's going to make it out alive. This is, I guess you call it a claustrophobic thriller. I wouldn't really call it that because you're in the ocean. The ocean is like a big mass of water. But yeah, it's kind of claustrophobic thriller. I wouldn't say it's as claustrophobic as like this year's 10 Cloverfield Lane, but still. But yeah, I had tons of fun with this movie. This movie was enjoyable. It was intense. The shark looked fucking realistic. It looked more realistic than Jaws, but Jaws had an excuse. It came out 41 years ago, so I'm not going to hold that against Jaws. And plus, Jaws is my favorite movie of all time. I fucking love that movie. But let's be honest. The shark looked good for its time, and it still looks good today. But special effects have come a long way. And we actually this shark actually looked fucking realistic. The scars on its face, the look, everything, just they were just spot on with everything on the CG model of the shark that they had in this movie. It looked fucking realistic. You don't get more realistic than, Jaws, but you also don't get more realistic than this. This is a really good shark movie. This is probably maybe my second or third favorite shark movie. No, actually, maybe my third or fourth, because only shark movies I like more than this is Jaws 2 and Deep Blue Sea. And Jaws is the best shark movie we've ever gotten, and that came out 41 years ago. So if you haven't seen The Shallows, I highly recommend it. Its only competition this year, you know how we get copycat movies? Well, its copycat movie of the year is Sharknado 4. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I highly recommend The Shallows. If you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. It's worth watching. It's worth seeing. Worth the price of admission. But yeah. Anyway, I give the Shallows 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is definitely one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Can't wait for the DVD or Blu-ray. I'll most likely pick it up.